Section 1 of The Black Cat, Volume 1, Number 3, December 1895. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Black Cat, Volume 1, Number 3, December 1895. Section 1, The Great Star Ruby, by Barnes MacGreggor. It was late in the evening of Melbourne Cup Day. In one of the dining rooms of the Victoria Club, three men sat smoking and talking earnestly together. Certainly the events of the last 16 hours furnished ample subject for conversation. Melbourne Cup Day means to the Australian all things that Derby Day does to the Englishman. It means also many things that even the greatest sporting event of the English year cannot mean to the inhabitants of the compact little island, provided with so many other facilities for amusement and intercourse. In this land of tremendous distances, where 4,000,000 people occupy an area equal to that of the United States, in this island continent of opposites, where Christmas comes in midsummer and the 4th of July in midwinter, where swans are black and birds are songless, this is the one day when all classes and conditions assemble at one place and take their pleasures as a unit. From Victoria and New South Wales, from North, South, and West Australia, from Queensland, even from Tasmania and the sister colony of New Zealand, separated from the continent by miles of water, visitors of all kinds and degree had flocked by the thousands. When the starting flag fell that morning, there were assembled about the track picturesque miners and rugged bushmen, self-made capitalists, bookmakers, and millionaire wool-growers, charming women and well-groomed men, to the number of almost 250,000. To all of these the occasion was one anticipated and planned for during 12 months past. It was the occasion when their long-pent Anglo-Saxon sporting taste, for 9 out of every 10 Australians are of English ancestry, intensified by the free, out-of-door life and by the absence of the outlets furnished in a more concentrated state of civilization, found exuberant expression. To each it carried, besides, some special significance, according to his rank and occupation. To the betting man, it meant that a single firm of bookmakers had on deposit in the banks of Melbourne and Sydney wagers to the amount of over £100,000 sterling. For, like the English Derby, this is a classical event, upon which bets are often made for the coming year the very day after the preceding race has been run. Among the women it meant triumphs of millinery, gowns that had been ordered from London and Paris many months or even a year in advance, the fashionable display of Goodwood, the Derby, and the Ascot all compressed into a single day. Among the mine owners and wool growers it meant journeys by rail, boat, or private coach, extending over hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles, and lasting for days and weeks, even months. Australia has well been called the land of the Golden Fleece. Its flocks of sheep are the largest, its gold mines and coal mines the richest in the world. Its flocks are counted not merely by hundreds or thousands, but by hundreds of thousands, and a single sheep station often extends over 100,000 acres. But with this immensity of interests there is linked the familiar loneliness of grandeur. The greater a country gentleman's possessions, the farther he is removed from society, until the largest proprietors are often separated by 40 or 50 miles from their nearest neighbours. For this solitude the one outlet is the journey to Melbourne for the annual Cup races. Upon this particular day the fashionable parade had eclipsed in size and splendour that of any previous year. In addition to the races, there had been the notable first night of the Grand Opera House, opened now for the first time to the public, and the day had culminated in an evening of such brilliancy and distinction that the three men who sat talking at the Victoria Club found superlatives too weak to express their enthusiasm. "Rather than miss this day, I would have lost 5 years of my life," said one of the group. Then, turning to beckon the waiter, in order that he might emphasize his words by some refreshment, he observed a guest of the club, evidently a stranger, sitting alone at an adjoining table. With the exuberant New World hospitality of a man who had evidently not been a loser in the day's exchange of wealth, he stretched out a welcoming hand with, "Stranger, won't you join us?" Without waiting for further formality, the solitary man strode to the group and seated himself at their table. "Gentlemen," he began, "I couldn't help overhearing what you said."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?